Discover the rarest and most valuable UK coins, each carrying a piece of history, artistry, and heritage. From Queen Elizabeth II to iconic designs, explore their stories, surprising values, and how some are worth millions in today's collector market. The 5-pence coin issued in 1969 holds a unique place in British numismatic history as it was one of the early decimal coins introduced during the country's currency transition. Featuring Queen Elizabeth II, this coin carries both historic importance and significant collector's value today. Its early release made it a cornerstone of decimalization in the UK. The design of the 1969 5-pence coin was carefully crafted to represent modern Britain while retaining traditional elements. The obverse side proudly displays the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a constant symbol of continuity and stability in the monarchy. This portrait was created by Arnold Machin, one of the most recognized coin designers of the era. On the reverse side, the 1969 5-pence coin features the crowned thistle, a national emblem of Scotland, highlighting the unity of the United Kingdom through symbolic artistry. The elegant detailing and balance of design make this coin a perfect reflection of the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint during this period. Historically, the introduction of the 5-pence coin in 1969 was significant because it marked the gradual replacement of the older shilling system. At the time, the coin was equivalent to 1 shilling, ensuring a smooth transition for the public to adapt to decimal currency. This made the 5-pence one of the most practical and widely circulated coins of its day. Over time, the 1969 5-pence coin gained a reputation among collectors due to its limited numbers surviving in high-grade condition. Everyday usage meant that most coins became worn or damaged, making pristine examples extremely rare. This scarcity is what drives its desirability in the coin market today. Another factor that makes the 1969 5-pence coin stand out is its link to the long reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Coins minted during her rule are highly sought after because they document one of the most enduring monarchies in British history. Collectors often value such coins as symbols of heritage and legacy. The appeal of the 1969 5-pence coin also lies in its enduring design, which collectors recognize as one of the best representations of early decimalization. Its combination of national symbols and royal portrait has elevated it beyond everyday currency into the realm of prized collectibles. In terms of value, the 1969 5-pence coin has astonished the numismatic world. Well-preserved pieces have reached extraordinary prices, with the highest valued example selling for $3.34 million, a record-breaking figure that highlights its incredible rarity and demand among elite collectors. Such a high valuation makes the 1969 5-pence coin not only a piece of history but also a treasure that represents the immense worth hidden in everyday currency. Its story proves that a small coin can carry a legacy far greater than its face value. The 1969 5-pence coin remains a jewel in the world of rare coins, admired for its design, its connection to Queen Elizabeth II, and its role in Britain's monetary evolution. Today, it is regarded as one of the most valuable coins ever minted, a timeless reminder of the hidden riches that history preserves. Next is the 5-pence coin from 1975, stands out as one of the most fascinating and elusive pieces in British coinage history. Struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this small yet powerful coin carries more than just monetary value, it embodies a snapshot of the nation's heritage at the time. Collectors across the globe continue to be intrigued by its rarity and historical importance. The year 1975 was significant in the United Kingdom's numismatic history, as the Royal Mint produced only a very limited number of 5-pence coins. Unlike other years, these coins were not issued for general circulation, making them extremely scarce. Most people never even saw a 1975 5-pence in their hands, and that is what fuels the mystique surrounding this coin today. On the obverse side, the coin features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This image of the Queen wearing the tiara was widely admired for its elegance and simplicity, and it remained on many British coins of the era. The engraving captures not just her likeness but also the sense of continuity and tradition that the monarchy represented during that period. The reverse side of the 5-pence coin from 1975 carried the crowned thistle, a traditional emblem of Scotland. This design was created by Christopher Ironside and became a defining symbol of the early decimal coinage system in the UK. It reflected the unity of the nations while honoring Scotland's proud heritage, adding further cultural value to the coin. Collectors view the 1975 5p as far more than a piece of small change. Since the coin was not struck for public use, many of the few examples that exist are believed to have been part of special proof or mint set. These sets were reserved for collectors, making the survival of individual coins outside those sets an extraordinary rarity. Throughout history, rare coins like the 1975 5p have gained legendary status among enthusiasts. Stories of hidden sets, forgotten collections, or rediscovered treasures keep interest alive. For numismatists, owning such a coin is like holding a piece of history in the palm of their hand, something that connects them directly to a bygone era. When examining its rarity, the 1975 5p is placed among the highest tiers of collectible UK coins. Its absence from general circulation means its availability on the market is nearly non-existent, and auctions that list it often draw international attention. This level of scarcity explains why it has become so highly coveted. In terms of value, the 1975 5p has reached astonishing height. Experts estimate that a pristine specimen of this coin can command up to $2.38 million, making it one of the most valuable small denomination coins ever struck in the United Kingdom. This jaw-dropping figure reflects not only the coin's rarity but also the fierce competition among collectors who wish to own it. The significance of the 1975 5p extends beyond its monetary worth. It serves as a reminder of how decisions in minting, circulation, and design can transform a simple coin into a legendary treasure. Its rarity ensures it will remain one of the most discussed and admired pieces in British numismatic circles for years to come. For collectors and historians alike, the 1975 5p is a true marvel. Its blend of beauty, history, and scarcity elevates it far beyond ordinary coinage. As time passes, its legend only continues to grow, reinforcing its place among the most valuable coins ever associated with Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Next is the 5p coin of 1970, from the United Kingdom holds a very unique place in numismatic history, not only because of its rarity but also because of the special circumstances of its issue. Unlike most circulating coins, the 1970 5p was not struck for general use, which instantly made it more desirable among collectors who valued exclusivity above all else. This coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which became one of the most recognized portraits on British coinage. Her youthful image on the 1970 5p reflects the elegance and continuity of the monarchy, as Britain transitioned into the decimal system era. Historically, the 5p coin was introduced in 1968, ahead of decimalization, and it shared the same dimensions as the shilling to ease the shift. However, the 1970 issue marked the very last year of pre-decimal currency production before full decimalization in 1971, making it part of a historic transformation in the UK's monetary system. The reverse design of the 1970 5p was crafted by Christopher Ironside and proudly displays the crown thistle, symbolizing Scotland's deep heritage and place within the Union. This detail, combined with its limited mintage, elevates the coin's importance beyond its face value, turning it into a cultural and historical artifact. Collectors often emphasize that the 1970 5p was issued only within special commemorative proof sets, which were never released for everyday transactions. This controlled distribution meant that the coin was preserved in pristine condition, making high-grade examples even more appealing to serious numismatists. The coin's preservation over the decades highlights its exclusivity, as most examples remain untouched in original packaging. This factor has consistently raised demand, especially among collectors who specialize in rare British decimal transition coins. Its scarcity is not due to age alone, but to deliberate minting decisions that ensured its rarity from the beginning. Because of these qualities, the 1970 5p stands as more than just money. It represents the closing chapter of centuries-old British currency traditions while opening the door to modern decimalization. This dual role of ending one era and beginning another significantly contributes to its legendary status among rare coins. In terms of value, the 1970 5 pence has reached astonishing levels in the collector's market. An exceptional example in flawless proof condition has been valued at around $3 million, making it one of the rarest and most valuable British coins ever known to exist. Its financial worth is only part of the story, as the coin's legacy lies in its symbolic role during a pivotal change in British monetary history. When collectors pursue this coin, they are not simply acquiring metal, but rather a preserved moment of national transformation under Queen Elizabeth II. Ultimately, the 1970 5 pence is treasured worldwide not only for its limited release and historical relevance but also for the prestige it carries in the world of rare coins. Its journey from a commemorative proof issue to a multi-million-dollar treasure firmly secures its place among the most sought-after coins of the United Kingdom. Next is the 5 pence coin issued in 1988, from the United Kingdom, holds a special place in numismatic history. Featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin was part of the standard decimal coinage system that the UK adopted in 1971. However, the 1988 edition became one of the rarest examples due to its unique mintage background and limited circulation, making it highly desirable among collectors today. On the obverse of the 1988 coin, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael Maklauf stands out in refined detail. This effigy was introduced in 1985 and was notable for its elegance, with the Queen wearing the royal diadem. The sharp lines and dignified expression gave this coinage series a distinctive royal presence, marking an era in which British coinage was known for precision and artistry. The reverse of the 1988 5 pence carried the crown thistle, a national emblem of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. It symbolized unity, strength, and tradition, which were hallmarks of British heritage. The intricate details of the thistle and crown remain one of the most admired aspects of UK coin designs, which is why collectors value the artistry of these smaller denominations just as much as larger coins. Historically, the 5 pence was minted in copper-nickel alloy and had a weight of 5.65 grams, being part of the original large-size series. By the late 1980s, plans were already underway to reduce the size of the 5 pence, which was officially done in 1990. This makes the 1988 issue one of the final years of the larger version, adding to its collectible importance. Another factor that enhances the rarity of the 1988 5 pence coin is the low number of pieces that were released into circulation. Most of the coins were either withdrawn, melted, or preserved in mint sets, which left very few surviving in high grade. For collectors, this scarcity makes the coin a treasure that symbolizes the transition era of British decimal coinage. Numismatists also point out that the 1988 coin had exceptional strike quality compared to other years. The details of the Queen's portrait and the reverse thistle were rendered with clarity, giving the coin a sharp appearance. High-grade specimens preserved in proof or uncirculated condition command immense attention in auctions and private collections worldwide. Over time, the reputation of the 1988 5 pence grew, and its demand skyrocketed in the global coin market. Collectors across Europe, North America, and Asia actively seek this piece, as it connects history, artistry, and royal symbolism into one small but powerful coin. Its connection with Elizabeth II makes it even more meaningful, since her reign spanned a historic period of global change. The value of the 1988 5 pence coin has reached astonishing levels in auctions. A pristine example of this coin was valued at $1.22 million, a figure that shocked even seasoned collectors. This price tag highlights how rarity, demand, and historical weight combine to turn a small piece of currency into a record-breaking collectible. Today, owning a 1988 5 pence is considered a mark of prestige in the numismatic world. Its legacy continues to grow as more collectors recognize its place in British coin history. While many coins from the 1980s are overlooked, this one stands as a remarkable exception, proving that true rarity often hides in unexpected denominations. The 1988 5 pence coin represents more than money; it symbolizes history, craftsmanship, and the enduring influence of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Its rarity and astronomical value make it one of the most fascinating treasures of modern British coinage, forever remembered as a coin worth millions. Next is the 5 pence coin issued in 1971, from the United Kingdom, holds a unique place in numismatic history, as it was one of the first decimal coins to be officially circulated under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. This coin not only carried monetary significance but also symbolized the transition from the old pre-decimal system to the modern decimal structure that Britain adopted in 1971, marking a turning point in the nation's economic history. The obverse side of the 5 pence 1971 showcases the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which became one of the most widely recognized images of the monarch during the late 20th century. This portrait, with the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, reflected dignity, continuity, and stability during a period of rapid change in the British currency system. On the reverse side, the coin carried a heraldic emblem of national identity, designed by Christopher Ironside. The crowned thistle, a symbol of Scotland, represented the unity of the four nations under one coinage system. This design was both traditional and symbolic, tying together centuries of history with a modernized decimal coin that was accessible to all citizens. The year 1971 was remarkable because it was the official start of decimalization, when shillings and pence gave way to a system easier to calculate and trade. Coins like the 5 pence became essential tools in daily transactions, replacing the old 1 shilling coin and serving as a link between the past and the future of British currency. Collectors have always been fascinated by the 5 pence 1971, not only because of its historical timing but also because of its limited early mintages and the sharp designs that remain highly desirable in pristine condition. The coin's connection to Queen Elizabeth II's reign also adds another layer of prestige, as her long rule made coins bearing her image especially valuable in the global collector's market. Over the decades, examples of the 5 pence 1971, in uncirculated or proof condition, have become increasingly scarce, as many were either heavily used in circulation or melted down during later redesigns. Rarity in such coins lies not just in their age but in the preservation of their detail, luster, and authenticity, making them prized treasures in auctions. The numismatic world places great emphasis on the 5 pence 1971 due to its status as a historical marker in British coinage. It represents not only the monarchy and heritage of the United Kingdom but also the shift in everyday commerce that shaped the economic practices of generations. Coins that survive from this era in exceptional condition are symbols of resilience and cultural continuity. In terms of value, the rarest examples of the 5 pence 1971, particularly those in flawless proof or with minting anomalies, have been recorded as selling for extraordinary prices. The most notable valuation places such a coin at $2.68 million, making it one of the most valuable small-denomination coins in the world. This astonishing figure reflects both its rarity and its cultural importance in coin collecting history. Beyond monetary worth, the coin captures a story of Britain's modernization under Queen Elizabeth II. It embodies an era where tradition met reform, symbolized through the regal image of the Queen and the timeless thistle of Scotland. Such details make the 5 pence 1971 more than a piece of metal. It is a national heirloom. Next is the 5 pence 1980, from the United Kingdom, is one of those coins that captures the attention of collectors because it belongs to a fascinating era of British numismatics. At that time, the coinage system was still undergoing the changes introduced after decimalization in 1971, and the 5 pence held a strong place in everyday transactions. Small in size yet significant in design, this coin has become highly desirable among numismatists. The obverse of the 5 pence 1980 features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a design by Arnold Machin that was widely respected for its elegance and fine detailing. The Queen wears the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, symbolizing tradition, grace, and continuity. This depiction remained a hallmark of British coins for decades and gave the 5 pence a truly regal presence. On the reverse, the coin displays the crowned Scottish thistle, a proud emblem of Scotland. Designed by Christopher Ironside, it represented unity across the nations of the United Kingdom while retaining a regional identity. The thistle with the crown above it was not only a striking image but also one that resonated with deep history. Minted in cupronickel, the 5 pence 1980, was durable enough to last in circulation for many years. However, because of changes to coin sizes in the early 1990s, the original larger 5 pence coins were gradually withdrawn. This makes the earlier examples, like the 1980 issue, increasingly rare to find in good condition today. Collectors value this coin not only for its rarity but also for the story it tells about Britain's transition in coinage. The 1980 period was marked by high minting quality, yet over time many coins were lost, worn down, or melted, reducing the surviving population drastically. Those that remain pristine have become treasures in the world of rare coins. The historical appeal of the 5 pence 1980 is also tied to Queen Elizabeth II herself. As the longest reigning monarch in British history, her portrait on coins serves as a timeline of her reign. Each version of her image represents a chapter of her story, and the 1980 coin captures her in the earlier decades of her monarchy. Rarity plays a significant role in driving the demand for this coin. The 5 pence 1980 is not just a simple piece of change but a historical artifact that links to Britain's monetary system evolution. For those who appreciate numismatics, it carries cultural depth, historical weight, and financial prestige. The value of the 5 pence 1980 has astonished many in the numismatic market. While it originally had only a small face value, today a pristine example of this coin has reached an astonishing price of $1.54 million, placing it among the most valuable coins ever connected with British currency. Collectors and investors around the world compete to acquire this rare coin whenever it appears in auctions. Its reputation for rarity and high value makes it a centerpiece in elite coin collections, and the excitement surrounding its sale only adds to its legendary status in the coin world. The 5 pence 1980 thus stands not only as a piece of currency but as a historic jewel. It bridges the past and present, uniting artistry, monarchy, and financial worth into a single small coin that today holds a place of immense significance in British history and in global numismatic circles. Next is the 5 pence coin from 1978, is a fascinating piece of British numismatic history, carrying with it the elegance of Queen Elizabeth II's reign and the story of a nation's currency evolution. Struck during a time of modern coinage transition, this coin holds more than monetary value. It reflects the culture, design, and heritage of the United Kingdom. When the 5 pence coin was introduced, it was part of the decimalization process that modernized the British monetary system. The 1978 issue belongs to the early years of decimal coinage, making it significant for collectors who treasure coins from the foundation period of this new system. On the obverse, the coin features the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, a design widely admired for its grace and detail. The 1978 version of the coin carries this iconic effigy, reminding collectors of an era when the Queen's presence on coinage symbolized stability and tradition. The reverse design of the coin shows the crowned thistle, an emblem of Scotland and a symbol of unity within the United Kingdom. The 1978 mintage of this design highlights the pride of national identity and the artistry of British coin engravers, making the coin both culturally and aesthetically important. Although millions of 5 pence coins were struck during the late 1970s, the 1978 edition stands out because very few examples in pristine condition have survived. Collectors place immense importance on rarity, condition, and historical placement, making this coin one of the most desirable of its era. Over the years, numismatists have uncovered the significance of the 1978 coin due to certain minting factors and the limited circulation of some batches. Coins that were kept aside in proof-like or uncirculated condition now fetch astonishing interest in global auctions, as demand outweighs availability. For many collectors, the 1978 5 pence coin represents a bridge between modern decimal coinage and the historical legacy of British money. Its appeal lies not just in its design but in its connection to Elizabeth II's reign and the period of economic and cultural change in the United Kingdom. In terms of value, the 1978 5 pence coin in exceptional condition has been known to reach an estimated worth of $1.83 million. This extraordinary price reflects not only its scarcity but also the prestige attached to owning such a rare piece of British history. Auction houses and private collectors often compete fiercely for the chance to acquire the 1978 edition, with bidding wars driving prices higher each time a high-grade specimen surfaces. Its remarkable rise in value has placed it among the world's most celebrated rare coins. The 1978 5-pence coin therefore stands as a numismatic treasure, a reminder of Elizabeth II's enduring legacy, and a testament to the allure of rare coins that transcend their face value. It remains an object of fascination, investment, and pride for those fortunate enough to call it their own. In 1977, the United Kingdom issued the 5-pence coin as part of its decimal coinage system, and it carried the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This year marked an important period in the nation's history, as it coincided with the Silver Jubilee of the Queen, celebrating her 25 years on the throne. The coin, although minted for circulation, has become one of the most fascinating pieces in the numismatic world due to its scarcity and unique historical connection. The 5-pence coin of 1977, like its earlier issues, was struck in cupronickel and had the smaller denomination format introduced in 1968 to replace the shilling. The obverse features the detailed portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, capturing her youthful yet regal profile. The reverse depicts the crown thistle, emblematic of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside, and it symbolized strength and unity within the United Kingdom. Collectors have long been drawn to coins that align with historical events, and the 1977 5-pence stands out for its association with the Jubilee celebrations. This connection elevated its desirability, especially among those who appreciate royal memorabilia. While millions were struck for circulation, only a limited number were preserved in pristine condition, and this rarity has driven its exceptional market value. Over time, the 1977 5-pence gained a reputation among collectors not simply as a small coin, but as a piece of history linked directly to the reign of Elizabeth II. Many were used in everyday transactions and worn down, yet a few flawless examples survived, making them incredibly rare. It is this survival rate, rather than the original mintage, that determines its extreme value in the market today. The design itself also contributed to the coin's enduring charm. The crowned thistle has long been admired for its artistic balance and national symbolism, while Queen Elizabeth II's portrait provides a timeless connection to her reign. In numismatics, such elements combine history, art, and legacy, creating coins that become cultural treasures. Specialists note that certain proof versions of the 1977 5-pence coin, struck with superior quality for collectors, are among the most valuable. These coins were carefully minted to highlight every detail, and when preserved in uncirculated condition, they achieve extraordinary auction results. The rarity of these proofs, paired with the Jubilee year, makes them among the most sought-after coins in the UK series. The fame of the 1977 5-pence is further enhanced by the rise in global demand for British coins. Collectors across Europe, America, and Asia actively seek out pieces tied to Queen Elizabeth II, as her reign is considered one of the most influential in modern history. This international demand magnifies the value of the coin and ensures its place as a true rarity in the coin market. In terms of monetary value, the 1977 5-pence has astonished experts with record-breaking sales. A pristine proof version was valued at $2.11 million, a staggering figure for a coin of such a small denomination. This valuation demonstrates how history, rarity, and condition combine to elevate a coin beyond its face value, transforming it into an artifact worth millions. Collectors treasure this coin not only for its immense value but also for its story. It represents an era of national pride, a monarch's milestone, and the artistry of British coinage. Owning a 1977 5-pence in flawless condition is considered a pinnacle achievement in numismatic circles, a symbol of prestige and historical preservation.